Local bands are coming together to grow the Manhattan music scene, and we'll hear from one of them live in studio.
With Valentine's Day right around the corner, we'll give you some easy and fun date ideas that won't disappoint.
Also, find out why a major retailer is raising its starting wage. Good morning and welcome to MHK All Day. I'm Evan Penner.
And I'm Callie Ogborn. The state of Kansas has a new governor.
Now former Governor Sam Brownback resigned his position after being appointed by President Trump as U.S. Ambassador at Large for International Religious Freedom. MHK All Day reporter Blake Reed has more on the story.
As a crowd gathered in Topeka, a new Kansas governor was appointed. Jeff Coyer will take over the position as governor after Sam Brownback stepped down so that he could assume a position that was nominated by President Donald Trump. Brownback will assume the position as the United States Ambassador for International Religious Freedom. Coyer will be taking over the 2-year term that Brownback left and is ready for the challenge.
As a humble Kansan, I know how to listen. I love to serve, and I'm ready to lead.
One major issue that the board in Topeka is looking at is a debate over school funding, so Coyer will be thrown right into the action, helping to make those tough decisions.
When others blame and complain, I'll be busy working for you, trying to find solutions. I will not be responsible for shutting down Kansas government or our schools. This is not Washington.
Coyer also laid out his own agenda in a speech to a joint legislature on Wednesday, including the unveiling of an executive order on sexual harassment.
On top of his executive order, Collier set the tone for his term by making all state employees do an annual mandatory training that will help employees learn how to avoid and how to report cases of sexual harassment.
CBD is legal at the federal level, but some Kansas officials want the medicinal substance out of Kansas. MHK All Day reporter Joshua Yankovic has the story.
Now, I do see some cutbacks.
When doctors told Ryan that he needed heavy prescription meds for relief, he found consolation by using cannabidiol, commonly known as CBD.
I have back pain from being blown up in Afghanistan, and it pretty much eliminates 95 to 100% of my pain. They wanted to prescribe me Percocet for the pain, and I refused to take opioids. I think this actually worked better than the opioids would have.
However, Kansas Attorney General Derek Schmidt made his opinion public last week, stating that CBD should be considered unlawful to possess in the state. In a letter addressed to Kansas district attorneys in Shawnee and Johnson County, dated January 24th, the Attorney General said that the 2017 legislature, which legalized cannabidiol at the federal level, did not apply in Kansas. Donald Ince, co-owner of CBD American Shaman, is worried that this will affect his clients' ability to use their product.
I got people calling me and wanting to know if what I've sold them, if they're in possession of something illegal. And he told me, yeah, they're not. It's not illegal for them to possess it, and I can tell people that.
Ince called the Riley County Police Department to find out if what he's selling is still legal. He was told that it's a federal issue. Candace Scott, a local resident who grew up in Kansas, is hopeful that legislators will allow CBD use because it is not the same as what is found in marijuana.
I like to think that we will eventually move in a different direction than how we're going now. But for the time being, I'm sure there's just a lot of people that are in the legislature that just aren't educated about CBD and why it is different than THC.
The state attorney general told district attorneys that CBD was not approved by Food and Drug Administration, and since CBD oil could be extracted from cannabis plants, it fell under the general definition for marijuana. In Manhattan, I'm Joshua Yankovic, Channel 8 News.
CBD can also be extracted from plants other than cannabis, leaving what CBD is open to interpretation and Kansas businesses selling it left in limbo.
This month, the largest employer in Kansas will be raising its starting wage from $9 to $11 an hour. According to CNBC, Walmart will also increase its maternity leave allowances and other benefits in the wake of recent government tax reform. Walmart CEO Doug McMillon stated tax reform gives us the opportunity to be more competitive globally and to accelerate plans for the U.S. However, this won't be just an increase in benefits. Walmart will also be closing over 60 Sam's Club stores around the country, as well as decreasing some salaried positions. We spoke to Brian Kiermeyer, a customer service specialist at Walmart in Topeka, which is tied for the largest Walmart in the U.S. at over 300,000 square feet. He says Walmart may end up with a net benefit from the change.
Now, I do see some cutbacks happening with salaried associates. So I, as a former salaried associate, I thought that was pretty interesting. That alone will easily pay for the increases in hourly rate.
Winter can be a dangerous time for cars and their drivers. MHK All Day reporter Jack Bresser shares some tips to help you survive the snow.
Winter is upon us, and Manhattan has experienced a lot of snow and treacherous conditions this past week. So I'm here to save you and your car with these winter safety driving tips. The first thing you're going to want to do is to check your tire's tread depth. The best way to do this is to take an ordinary penny and put it in the tread. If it's cutting off most of Abraham Lincoln's head and hair, you're good. But if you put it in there and it's not even touching Abraham Lincoln's head, you might want to think about getting some new all-season tires for the winter. Now, before you even start driving, make sure you clear off your car completely of any ice or snow. Snow on your windshield can impair your vision, and ice can fly off your car and hit and damage cars behind you. A good investment would be new wipers and wiper fluid that doesn't freeze. That way you can clear off any road grime, dirt, or salt that might be on your windshield and impairs your vision. Some basic maintenance that you can do yourself is to check your oil levels. Oil keeps your engine warm and makes sure that it doesn't seize up while it's running in these cold conditions. Now that you're actually driving, make sure that you're looking further ahead than usual to see if you have enough room to actually stop so you don't slide and rear end the car in front of you. The next tip is for any rear-wheel drive cars that are driving in the snow. When you're pulling away from a stop, don't gun it or else you won't get any traction at all. Start slow so you can get that traction and start your momentum going to pull away. Follow these tips and you'll be just fine for any of your winter driving endeavors. In Manhattan, Jack Bresser, MHK All Day.
Another tip is to check your battery often so your car will always start on cold mornings. Most auto parts stores offer free battery checks and discounts for new batteries when old or dead batteries are brought in to be discarded. Coming up next, I took a look at some fun and festive ideas for Valentine's Day.
And a local couple proves love conquers all.
I was so pleased with what I saw on the discussion boards last night. Who started the module?
K-State Global Campus offers flexible online learning, the same name brand education, quality programs, and recognized award-winning professors with the flexibility to fit your life.
Here you are, sir. Can I get you anything else?
For your comfort and safety, light baggage must be stored in the overhead.
K-State Global Campus, always on, always there.
The best-kept secret in Manhattan is not a secret anymore. I'm Wyatt Thompson, the voice of the Wildcats, and welcome to JP's Sports Grill. With daily chef-inspired specials, a full bar, and a diverse menu that has something for everyone, this place is guaranteed to impress. JP Sports Grill, your new favorite spot.
I'm Kathleen from Meiningen, Germany.
I'm Ginger from Overland Park, Kansas.
I've traveled to London and saw the Parliament, studied in Mexico City, spent the summer in Austria, went skiing in the Alps. Oh, and I visited the Eiffel Tower in Paris.
Well, I've been to the world's largest ball of twine.
Can we go?
Of course!
Become an international buddy today and develop new friendships and experience different cultures.
Up next, the world's deepest hand-dug well.
Is it near the Grand Canyon?
Love is in the air around Manhattan this week. With Valentine's Day just around the corner, I spoke with some Aggieville businesses about their Valentine's Day specials and how they're preparing for the most romantic day of the year. What's your relationship status for 2018? Are you single? Are you in a relationship? Is it complicated? Whatever that means. Well, it's nearly Valentine's Day, and I stopped by Acme Gift and Jeff's Pizza Shop to get some ideas.
Well, for Valentine's Day, we're really starting to get into the gearing up process. So this whole area will transform and be filled with all kinds of beautiful flowers. We will have buckets. We don't have enough space on the flower stand.
Acme has tons of love-themed gifts for everyone you love, from funky ferns to unique flowers in every corner.
We steer a little bit more toward the more unusual flowers, things you're not going to see in your everyday floral shop. On Valentine's Day, of course, we do have the roses and the lilies and things like that, but we also have things like the orchids. I feel like you're going to get more of that personal touch at a little local store, you know, people who are really passionate about what they're doing, and we're all out here to have a really good time. Valentine's Day is, of course, our busiest day of the year.
Another business having a frantic Valentine's Day is Jeff's Pizza Shop, featuring heart-shaped pizzas for less than $15.
Every single year we get all kinds of requests, and I never made it official. We made a little bit here and there. People really like the heart-shaped pizzas, so we just decided to do it this year and make it official and announce it, so that's why we're doing it.
I asked Jeff what makes his pizza better than the rest.
We make our dough fresh, our sauce fresh, you know, mix our own spices and all that kind of stuff, and I don't know, I just want to put out the best product we can at a reasonable price.
So we've got flowers and food. What's left? An activity? If you're looking for a fun, cheap date idea, look no further than the ice skating rink in City Park. It's only $6, and that includes a rink time and a skate rental. Or, Netflix and chill with your cat is always free. I'm Callie Ogborn for MHK All Day. I totally got to keep that pizza, and it was delicious. I brought it home for my boyfriend, and he ate more than half, so it's pretty much a safe bet that it works. And I'd take pizza over flowers any day. So.
Agreed. Well, one Wamego couple will be celebrating their 70th Valentine's Day next week. MHK All Day reporter Emily Starkey sat down with them to ask how to find your forever Valentine.
Never forgot. You still fell in love with me with bib overalls on?
Absolutely. Been in love with you from the beginning.
It was love at first sight. In the lunch line of the Baldwin City Summer Youth Institute in 1943, Marjorie and Dean each found the person they were going to spend the rest of their lives with, overalls and all. After high school, Dean was drafted. He was medically dismissed from basic after an accident and quickly followed Marjorie to Kansas State, both in pursuit of becoming missionaries. Later, the two would be commissioned to serve in Korea, eventually staying there for 40 years until coming home to Kansas. During their time here at K-State, the pair spent many hours studying here in Hale and eventually even got engaged right here on campus. The rest is history. The couple said that sharing goals, responsibilities, and being quick to forgive is key in finding your forever Valentine.
We had the same goal, so that put us together. And we tried to share in the responsibilities of the work as well as the family.
You got to put them first in your thoughts, or otherwise it won't work. It won't work.
I am grateful that she's my best friend now in my old age.
In Wamego, I'm Emily Starkey, MHK All Day.
Wow, 70 years? And that is a long time.
And they looked so in love still. It's amazing.
It's incredible.
It's amazing.
Well, up next, we take a look at some events taking place in your area with the community calendar.
But first, a look at a brand new way to start your day. Welcome back to MHK.
Schultz one, high and deep to left, goodbye.
Shot to right, K-State's going to try and score two. Another play at the play, but this time Redmond slides past the tag. And Brad Hill is the all-time winningest coach in K-State history.
Welcome back to MHK All Day. If you're anything like me, you're always looking for a new way to start your day on the right foot. Your student-run radio station is giving you a way to do just that. Grant Nicholson has more.
Good morning, Manhattan. That is what greets those who turn into KSDB-FM during their new morning show. Good morning, Manhattan, airing from 8 to 9 every weekday morning.
So while you're barely coherent trying to make it to your first cup of morning joe, those here at KSDB have been working for almost a full hour and a half trying to get the news for the morning show to you.
So I'm usually here by 7 o'clock in the morning and get all the stuff printed out. Lucas gets here around 7:30 to take care of our local and state news and sports. And then the days before we put together like community calendar, church news, all the different segments of the show that go together.
Good Morning Manhattan is the latest news program to hit the award-winning airwaves at KSDB. Joining open mic is a staple in the station's lineup. The show is designed to jumpstart the morning for those jetting off to work or school.
I just thought it'd be a great opportunity to get more listeners, to provide experience for people on how to start a morning show, because mornings are so important in radio.
News has been a point of emphasis for KSDB following their partnership with NBC News to bring national and international news to listeners at the top of every hour. Still in its infancy, Good Morning Manhattan is starting up just its third full week of programming, starting on Monday. In Manhattan, Grant Nicholson, MHK, All Day.
For more information about Good Morning Manhattan or to check out the schedule, go to ksdbfm.org.
And as the semester starts to take shape, there are a ton of events to keep an eye on. MHK All Day reporter Brianne Smith has more with the community calendar. Brianne.
Thanks, Evan. Monday, the Union Program Council is hosting an open mic night at the K-State Student Union in the Wildcat Chamber from 8 to 9:30 p.m. Performances include anything from singing to poetry to even karaoke. If you want to perform, you can sign up at the door, or if you just want to enjoy the performances, admission is free. On Tuesday, the Manhattan Public Library will be showing The Love Bug at 6 p.m. as part of the 1968 film series. In addition to the film, there will be trivia games and prizes. If you want to do something creative for Valentine's Day, Straight Up Creative Studio is hosting their Canvas and Cork Sweethearts event at 6 p.m. Enjoy a glass of wine while creating your own canvas painting. You can register for this event at straightupstudio.com. On Thursday, the Citizen Science Initiative will be hosting the Behind the Exhibit lecture about Frog Watch USA at the Flint Hills Discovery Center at 6:30 p.m. Speakers will address topics related to the Flint Hills Discovery Center's spring exhibition, Rainforest Adventure. Friday, the Union Program Council will be giving out free tickets to K-State students for the screening of Black Panther at 7 p.m. at Seth Child's 12 Theater. Tickets will be available for pickup starting at 8:30 a.m. in the UPC office in the Student Union with a limit of 2 tickets per person. A student ID is required. That's all we have for the community this week. Back to you, Evan and Callie.
After the break, we take a look into Manhattan's growing music scene.
And a live in-studio performance that you will not want to miss. All that coming up in a couple minutes.
We are groundbreaking educators, laser-focused on inspiring students and sparking solutions. We are dedicated professionals, keeping campus safe, accessible, and inviting. We have big responsibilities, entrusted with serving our community and world. We are Kansas State University faculty and staff, and we have many titles, but one vision: always put family first. What turns profession into passion? Selflessness, integrity, you.
The best-kept secret in Manhattan is not a secret anymore. I'm Wyatt Thompson, the voice of the Wildcats, and welcome to JP's Sports Grill. With daily chef-inspired specials, a full bar, and a diverse menu that has something for everyone, this place is guaranteed to impress. JP Sports Grill, your new favorite spot.
Bases loaded, one out. Bottom of the ninth. Cats and Sooners tied at 5, and the Cats trying to win a Big 12 title for the first time ever. Outside, it gets away to the plate. Kansas State has its title.
Chips it in the middle, a header into the goal, and a score for K-State.
Research. It's applying the bigger picture toward the greater good. Defending the world from adversaries, both seen and unseen. Interpreting realities to unlock solutions. It's our land-grant mission to serve our world utilizing sharp minds, from first-year students to world-renowned experts. What makes research so strong at Kansas State University? Vision. Progress. You.
Schultz one. High and deep to left. Goodbye.
Shot to right. K-State's going to try and score 2. Another play at the plate, but this time Brendan slides past the tag. And Brad Hill is the all-time winningest coach in K-State history.
From the underground basement shows to larger university concerts, the Manhattan music scene has a lot to offer. MHK All Day reporter Josh Yankovic gives us an inside look at how this supportive community showcases some local talent.
The music scene is on the rise according to a movement of local bands that have come together as a community of friends and family. Jeff Brown is one of many local musicians that supports local talent by not only showing up for other shows, he performs at them.
I've been in Manhattan since 2002, and right now is the most exciting I feel like the music scene has been. We have bars in Aggieville that do music. We have bars outside of Aggieville that do music. We have amazing underground, literally underground venues.
This community of artists support each other by not only making guest appearances. Many new and upcoming musicians are backed by veteran bands that may lend out essential equipment like amps or even instruments.
It's overwhelming, when you start to think about it and how many moving pieces come together. We had all our guests were in, they're musicians. They're always doing music.
Here at Auntie Mae's, the sense of community helps to create environments where bands like Betty the Astronaut are supported by not only fans but fellow musicians as well.
So at this point, we have over half of our songs have another guest appearance on, whether it's vocals or viola or guitar or bass. Or more vocals. We have guest appearances on because we want to build this community.
Really, I'm just happy to be a part of it. Every once in a while, I just kind of it actually hits me I get to play in front of people, which I found is my favorite thing to do.
The MHK music scene is comprised of much more than just local bands. The arts in Manhattan are alive and thriving. All you have to do is look in the right places. In Manhattan, I'm Joshua Yankovic, MHK All Day.
To find out more about the music events around Manhattan, you can visit mhkmusicscene.com or visit their Facebook page under the same title. We're now joined by our in-studio guests, the Box Turtles, and Callie is with them now on the set. Callie.
Thanks, Evan. Thanks, guys, for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
I just have a couple questions. How long have you guys been together as a band?
Just over 4 years.
And is there some sort of funny story about how you guys came to be?
I was just sitting in pep band one day playing bass drum, and this guy here was on guitar, and our piano player who's missing today, he was also in pep band, and it just all rolled from there.
And what would you say your favorite part of performing as a band or as individuals is?
Oh yeah, I don't know, just the energy, playing in front of people who enjoy it. It's all super fun.
Awesome. And do you guys play a lot of local gigs?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
We've got R.C. McGraw's coming up. And when is it?
March 9th.
March 9th, R.C. McGraw's.
And where can our viewers find more out about you guys and your music?
We've got SoundCloud, we've got a Facebook page.
And that's just the Box Turtles. So you look it up. Okay.
Not the Fox Turtles.
And how would you say the Manhattan music scene has grown over the past couple years?
I don't know. It's interesting. Like you have different people doing different things, but the community's pretty good about everyone coming together. Everyone knows each other and stuff, so everyone kind of knows what's going on. And there's a good dialogue between musicians generally.
And how would you guys describe your sound?
American rock.
Awesome. Okay, well that's all we have time for. But before we go, let's turn it over to the Box Turtles. And thank you all for tuning in to MHK All Day.
Got a camel on my back, headed down the road to that place where everybody goes, they call love. Ooh, baby, I'm in love. So mama, if I don't make it home tonight, don't worry about me alone. Everything's fine, I'm in love. Ooh, mama, I'm in love. Oh, I said everything's easy, everything's fine, I'm in love. Don't call my phone. My brain isn't home. You can leave a message after the beat of my heart. Oh, baby, you electrify my soul. Oh, I said everything's easy, everything's fine. I'm in love. Hit it again. So mama, if I don't make it home tonight, don't worry about me, Lord. Everything's fine, I'm in love. Oh, mama, I'm in love. Oh, everything's easy, everything's fine, I'm in love. Oh, I said everything's easy, oh, everything's fine, I'm in love. Thank you.